After we put out our breakdown video about our time with Mr. Beast, a lot of people in the comments were asking for the full interview.
This is the longest episode on our channel, but for us, experiencing 72 hours with Jimmy was so educational, and we pulled so much value from just being with him. I feel like spending the time to watch this full interview can really teach you a lot about Mr. Beast and just a lot about the career of being a creator. This episode of the Colin and Samir Show is brought to you by Jelly Smack. If you want to check them out, the link.
I just bought this brand new studio and 100 acres of land around it.
This is where we're filming all our videos going, not all, but all our indoor shoots going forward. I mean, ask me more questions. There's so much to talk about. It's impossible for me to list.
How much did this cost, and how long in the making has this been?
So the land around it, obviously the studio, the renovations and everything, and obviously we don't pay it all up front, but in total it'll cost over $10 million. But it's probably not a good way to start it. You know, as I started making the videos bigger and bigger and hiring people, and I got warehouses and studios, like you get so anchored down, like, what, you're just gonna relocate all your employees to LA and buy a studio space there that costs 10 times more? Why? You know what I mean? Like, what are the negatives of being in a small town? I would argue with the internet and things like Zoom, where you can talk to everyone and we're so interconnected, like there really is no need to pay 12% more. I'm sure you guys have heard the story, but for people that don't know, I was offered $5,000 for a video. But this was when I was like 19, and it was so much money. It's like, Mom, look, and I was like, double it, and I'll walk outside and I'll give it to a homeless person. And they're like, no, you won't. And I was like, double it. And I like pacing around my neighborhood for 3 hours, convincing this guy, like on the phone, just double the money. I promise the video will go viral, and I'll give it to a homeless person. I was like, $10,000 just looks better in a title. It'll get more.
So not only are we here in your, brand new studio, but we're here in your hometown.
Yeah.
And I think that's been one of the most interesting things to experience, is spending a day with you here, even spending time with your mom. Even some of the places.
Out of context. That's a fun sentence.
But even spending time here in your hometown, like we've met people who grew up with you.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting. Like everyone asks us, like, hey, I think people know that we're from out of town. So like, hey, what do you guys do?
I thought it was a freak of nature, because like people would tell me, all you do is talk about YouTube. You're too obsessed with YouTube. Like, get a life. Like from 13 to like 19, I never met anyone who cared about YouTube. Like not even an ounce. And so I was so untalkative. People thought like there was problems with me because I just wouldn't talk to anyone. Because all I would do is talk about YouTube. And after a while, like you realize like no one cares. Like you just get labeled as the guy that just only likes YouTube. And then I saved up for like half a year and I bought a computer. I the whole time I was like recording on my iPhone. So I was recording and editing on my iPhone when I first started. And then I got a microphone you could plug in. Then I got a computer to edit on. And then after like 2 years of just filming on my phone, I had 100,000+ subscribers. But I still did have a camera, because those things cost like $1,000. Or I was stupid. I didn't realize you could buy like a G7X for $400. So then I bought a camera.